Heard a good story the other day. I was giving blood. Oh, no, I was getting a blood sample. You know, get my bloods done every year. You know that thing where
you get once a year where they do all your prostates and
And the woman had a great old school tattoo of a sparrow, like I said, like Sharpies used to have, and it had Margaret. I said, that's a great tattoo. She said,
this is the nurse or the...
Yeah, the nurse. Yeah. And she said, that's to remember my mum, who, she said, it's actually quite new. It's only 2 years old, right? And she would have been, she told me how old she was. She's in her 60s, right? And she said, the funny thing is, she said, when I was 21, at my 21st, a guy called Dougal gave me a voucher for a tattoo parlour in Richmond, in Melbourne, and for $20. And her 21st was in the 70s. It would have been like the late 70s, early 80s. And she said, I didn't use it till 2 years ago, and I went back, and the place was still open, and the tattoo artist was still there, and he was 80 years old.
What?
And he looked at the voucher, and he goes, oh, yeah, I remember this voucher. That Dougal got this.
Oh, no. It's like, wow.
She said, you didn't get much for $20, though. That's the thing.
No.
It wasn't, But imagine hanging on to a voucher.
So did she get the sparrow for $20?
No, a couple of hundred it would cost at least.
Yeah. And he, but he's 80 and he's
I know.
got a steady
hand
hand.
shaking. Well, he's quite a famous tattoo artist, apparently. I can't remember his name. But no, the tattoo looked great.
Really?
Great old school. Have you got any? Are you clean skin? You got any?
No, I'm good. Have you got any?
No. Should we get one? It's somehow related tattoo.
Yeah, if I was going to get one, that would be it.
Yeah.
And then I would have it across the top of the middle of my back.
Yeah.
And then I'd have all the somehow related topics down each side of my back. 300.
Well, maybe your face and my face on the buttock each. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, so that took your mind off getting your blood taken.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It's always good if you can talk about something else. Cause
I never looked. I never look at the blood.
Why would people want to look at a thing going into their arm? And I've had occasions where they've gone in and then they have to poke around.
I know.
It hurts at first just a little bit.
A little bit of sting.
Then you hear that satisfying click.
Oh,
meaning
are we done? There's one more.
The tourniquet is coming up. Then they can put a cannulate.
Oh, you're good.
A thing that means that they can take 2 lots of blood from the one thing.
Yeah.
They don't just go. It's like a reconnector.
Yeah. Anyway.
So and did you get your bloods done?
I haven't had the results yet, but I've had my bloods done.
We were talking about this yesterday because some doctors make you come back in. Some doctors just text you the results. But you want to know what they all mean.
I know. No, I just ring up and the receptionist goes, you ring up the reception, they're like, oh, yeah, David O'Neill, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, nothing to report, everything normal. You're like, or this one, the doctor wants to speak to you. You're like, oh, no. Oh, no. Whereas it happened to Justin Hamilton, the comedian. The doctor rang up and left a message, said, I want to talk to you about your Hep B situation. Yeah. And rang back and he said, oh, you haven't got it. It's like, what?
Well, what? She could have said, you haven't got it. Just wanted to confirm that.
Well, one day after I broke my leg, the doctor rings up and he goes, do your bones hurt? I'm like, what? He goes, don't Google this, but it's probably because of your broken leg. And I think it was because it disappeared, whatever it was, but some sort of bone thing, What's that great joke? No, the bad news is you're going to die. The good news is you're going to get a disease named after you.
That's a great.
Here's the music. Let's bring it on.
Welcome to Somehow Related. Now, please welcome your hosts, Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Welcome to the podcast. Somehow Related.
Somehow Related. I've got nothing to say about it. If you haven't heard it before, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Do you think people, if they listen to this podcast, they go back to number 1 and listen right through?
Some people do, but some people would just go, well, I haven't got time to listen to 200 or 300 podcasts.
Oh, it's worth it, I reckon.
Oh, go the back catalogue.
Maybe, here's an idea. Maybe we should do the best of.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Where we just have edited clips
Oh, he's going to do that.
that go through, that give you all the fascinating things that you learn.
The hit singles.
No inappropriate fart jokes or dick jokes.
No, that's going to be hard.
Which we get a little bit too carried away with just quietly.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
My fault.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
The best of. Well, no, we get two topics and you got to work out how they're related. Maybe they've looked at the topics and this has pricked up their interest. We don't know what the topics are at this point, but when we hear them...
Oh, because it says it on the thing when you go in.
Yeah, so if you're interested in, I don't know, the Navy and soccer, you go, oh, that's one for me. Or, Fanta and Nazis. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. You often quote Fanta and Nazis.
Love Nazis.
Yeah, because that was the first time we did the show.
Yeah.
And it was your idea.
They've come up a bit.
What do you mean?
Nazis. Anyway.
Oh, Nazis have come up a bit.
No, they just keep reappearing. Well, let's get the topic, Sam. What are they?
Billie Eilish and Pedestrian Crossings.
Wow, so there'd be some serious Billie Eilish fans out there, and they want to hear everything about her.
First thing I remember...
Imagine them tuning in like you're a 20-year-old young woman.
Oh, I see, because didn't we go big on a website because we spoke about a certain topic?
Yeah, Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. So
we spoke to Brian Nankervis, and he sent us a text that said, you are on because there's a thing you subscribe to, things about Bob Dylan this week. And I got to say, not much happening in Bob Dylan's world.
If we get mentioned. So maybe, Billie Eilish, the average fan would be a young woman in their 20s is just tuning into this going, these guys have got some insight into it.
Yeah, there.
You got to tune out, girls.
Sorry, girls, not that interesting. First thing I remember about Billie Eilish, you won't guess it. From her clip.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that song. I've got that on my phone. I love that song, Bad Guy.
He's a bad guy. Two things about that. No, one thing. She had a blood nose. And then there was blood everywhere.
Oh,
Don't you remember that?
I haven't seen the film.
Oh, maybe because I get blood noses. Maybe I related to that.
Yeah.
But she came out, she kicked through a bit of yellow paper.
Okay, like a footy team.
Yeah, and then throughout the thing, the nose started bleeding.
Oh.
And then towards the end, there was a bit more blood. But great song.
Oh, it's a great song. She does the music with her brother.
Yeah.
Her brother's got something to do with it.
Got the feeling they do it in the top bedroom at home.
Yeah, they did for a while, yeah.
And you like people like that who started out young and really wanted to do what they do and have admiration for artists and, the industry, and they end up doing it. She's still... And I always thought that she'd be kind of a bit rock and roll, a bit different. Well, I saw her in an interview. She was charming.
Yeah, she seems really good.
She's a cool cat.
I don't...
Yeah.
I can't name you any of her other songs, but that is a great song, that song.
I remember, her middle name, what her middle name is?
Billie Ray
Eilish. Pirate.
Wow, so their parents were hippies or something. There's something going on there.
But hang on. I'm getting mixed up with the girl G-Flip. G-Flip?
Yeah, the drummer. Yeah, she's great. I love G-Flip.
Because there's a really good show on the ABC.
Oh, no, you're talking about Take 5.
Take 5.
Or whatever.
Have you watched it?
No.
It's great. I like it.
It's like an interview show.
It's like Desert Island Discs, but about you. Yeah. And I'm not, as you know, I know a lot of things in the world, but I don't know much about music. If I can watch that show and enjoy it, it's testament to what a good show it is.
Yeah,
G-Flip was on that, and her dad was crying as he was talking about her taking up music very young, and I got her mixed up.
Her dad was crying?
Yeah, because he's a musician.
What? Was he on the show?
Yeah, but I also think I got mixed up, but she was also on A Current Affair. So maybe
your brain's like the internet. It's jumping around a lot.
Yes, it is. My references, we've got to get back to Billie Eilish.
At the moment, it's like young. Optus. It's not functioning.
Sorry about that.
I know someone that went and saw her. Brownie went and saw her. Brownie Johnson Brown.
I'm seeing Brownie in a couple of weeks. He went and saw her and talked about it.
And said
took his
daughter, maybe. Yeah, said it was great. Said she was great.
Yeah, she's got it.
Great performer.
Whatever it is, she's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Writes her own songs. Good on her.
Brother's involved.
Got the brother involved. Give the brother a job. He's obviously talented.
She hasn't been controversial in any way. Has she done anything on stage to be? Just her music speaks for her. We're not doing her justice, really.
No, we don't know much about her.
She hasn't, done anything wrong. Hasn't, I don't know.
Is that a real name, Eilish? Probably is.
I think it would be.
Yeah. Who's other famous Billies? Billie Piper? Billie. I'm trying to think. Who's that? That's
Billy Goggin? for Paula?
I'm trying to think of female Billies.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know.
Does
know.
Peter Rosethorn have a daughter named Billie?
No, Frankie.
Frankie. Yeah. Frankie's a stand-up.
Yeah, apparently very funny. I haven't seen her.
And they're on The Amazing Race.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, good on them. This is really embarrassing. We normally we can normally talk at length about anything.
Well, I mean, who are also famous female singers?
What do you mean?
Like Billie Eilish. There is a history of those pop singers in America, particularly. You know what I mean? Like it starts with Madonna,
Cyndi
Lauper.
Under what heading?
Female singers in America, female pop singers.
No, but it's endless, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, but they hit a certain market. You know what I mean? Billie Eilish hits the same market that Britney Spears would have hit 20 years ago.
Oh, I see what you're saying, right.
And so girls like my daughter, who's 17, love Billie Eilish.
Yes.
Loves Taylor Swift.
Is Tay-Tay different?
Yeah, but did you get tickets to Taylor Swift?
No.
I got you one. Sorry.
Did you? Did you end up getting some? Notice how we said Tay-Tay, by the way.
Yeah, my daughter got some. It was a whole palaver, but she got some. We had about 8 devices going. And
that's what I've heard you got to do.
Oh, yeah, pretty full on. And the seats aren't great, but she doesn't care.
Since I could have got your tickets quite out. I know the guy. Yeah, absolutely. I could have made one call. And of course, I'm making that up just to make you feel bad.
Okay, so you got so she loves Billie Eilish, Tay-Tay, Olivia Rodriguez. Do you know her?
No.
Oh, she's great.
No.
She's got a very famous song that it's brutal out here. It's a really good song, but it sounds a lot like people are saying it sounds a lot like Elvis Costello's "Pump It Up" because it's got the same start, the same chords like that. Yeah. And Elvis Costello came out.
Is that hip hop?
No, it's rock. It's like
It's
rock
rock,
pop. Rock pop, more pop than rock.
Right.
And Elvis Costello came and said a lovely thing. He said, all songs sound the same. I don't care. I love the song. Good on him. Because some of them sue. They just sue straight away, Glenn.
Oh, they sue. Oh, okay. Got it. He loved the song.
He loved it. He said it's a great song.
And they said it sounded like.
Yeah, it sounded like his song that he wrote, Pump It Up. But
and he didn't bother taking it to court or anything.
He said, I love it.
Yeah. Good on him. Good on him.
Christina Aguilera. She's another
one. Okay. Now you're ringing some bells. Okay. Because I watched what are our Australian Music Awards?
Yeah, they were on the other night.
They were on the other night.
Did you know any of the bands?
Well, I didn't want to sound like an old fart.
But no,
I knew Jet.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've been around forever.
And I knew G-Flip.
Yeah, you know
only
G-Flip.
because I've seen The Current Affair. And the rest, the people coming out that were very famous.
You didn't know them?
I didn't know them.
No, that's
fair
enough.
Cool. They were cool. But I just felt rock and roll, music in general, I go, is kind of cool, but I was watching it, and it wasn't very cool.
They weren't that cool.
No. Because, sometimes rock bands, shots of rock bands are always the same. They're always kind of leaning in or against the wall, trying to look cool, and they're not. And then some people are just authentic, like Billie Eilish. They just do their thing and they're authentic. And you go, I like you. I tell you who I liked, the one who, Pink. Liked her when I saw her. Now, does she fit into the Billie Eilish?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Writes her own songs.
Yeah.
Does the production and all stuff.
But Kylie is a different thing again.
Early on, Kylie was definitely like a Billie Eilish, like a pop star, like a rock pop star.
Yeah.
But she's like an icon now. She's a phenomenon. She's doing a Vegas residency.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I think they just like U2 are doing one too. Maybe it's U2 are doing it in that big ball sphere thing.
That sphere thing looks amazing.
Oh, it looks great. Yeah,
looks really good.
I'd bloody love to go to that.
If you saw him in the sphere, because there's seats in the sphere, isn't there?
Yeah. You sit down. Yeah.
You
watch.
But if you, I was going to make a bad joke. About everyone ran to the left, the sphere would roll.
Oh, they start rolling over. Like, that's not a bad joke. Well, why don't we talk about pedestrian crossings? Do you want to?
Wow, this is really obscure, isn't it? Can you talk about
really
So what is a pedestrian crossing? Does that mean it has lights or no lights?
Well, some of them just have a sign and then the yellow things on the road, and
is that the same around the world? You're talking about what Abbey Road had. That's
a pedestrian crossing.
That's a pedestrian crossing, and that is a zebra crossing as well.
I think that's what they say in England or America, isn't it?
We don't call it. We call it a pedestrian crossing. if that's near a school. No, they don't have those near schools. They have a proper crossing.
School crossing.
A school crossing is different from a pedestrian crossing.
With a lollipop man.
With a lollipop man, correct.
As I said to my youngest son, I used to stand up. What did I used to say? I said, by the time you're in year 12, I'll be the lollipop man out the front. Don't worry about that.
A woman came up to me at the gym the other day and she said, oh, I don't like it when I'm driving and they come up with their lollipops. I asked to see their permit.
What?
Because here's what she said. A lot of the big developers are doing development. They're not doing roadworks. They're doing development.
Oh, yeah, they have the stop and go sign, the stop and slow.
And they have trucks coming and going, and so they just go and buy a stop go sign and get some of the workers out the front.
It's true.
And they're not allowed to do that.
No, you need proper traffic management.
Well, you need a permit to do it. So,
God, she's onto it.
I mean, is it really making you wait that long? Do you really mind? You'd be waiting anyway, wouldn't you? Where's your permit? Oh, I'll go and get it.
I'll go and get it.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Pedestrian crossings. So there's school crossings. There's zebra crossings. Is there anything now? So the ones with lights, they're what?
Yeah,
they're pedestrian too.
Yeah, there must be different categories though. There must be level 1 to level 3. You know, like, do you do the little run when someone lets you cross?
Yeah,
you do the little run.
You got to do a little jog to let you know that you're getting across as quickly as you can.
Yeah,
and And I don't like people.
What about people that slow down? Like hipsters often slow down.
Or people just keep on looking at their phone with their head down, walking slowly.
Don't
tempt me.
I know.
I wouldn't hit you, but I'd nudge you.
Yeah. or startle them.
Yeah, with an open door just driving past them. Bang.
There is nothing worse. I was actually turning this corner right here in this pub, and I almost hit a cyclist because I did not see him. I don't know why, but you know there's bits in your car that block out the road? Like where the panel is or something. He came out and he must have been going so fast.
Yeah.
And I turned the corner. I went, oh. At least he didn't give me the finger. He went, sorry. So I think.
See, because you're in there. Often happens. You're in there. Is it your blind spot?
Yeah, it's a blind spot.
You're saying you have a blind spot front ways as well as over your, because you have a blind spot kind of back over your left and right shoulder, don't you? Except the Audi does have a special light that lights up. It tells me that there's someone there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Do you have that on your...
I've got a camera that looks out the back.
Have you talked about what sort of car you've got now?
I've got a Volvo.
Have you told the listeners that?
No.
Do you think that they might change
Judge me?
Yeah.
I've had Volvos before. I like Volvos. Yeah, it's a 7-seater. We got it so we could all go down the beach together as a family.
Yeah, and you could...
And bring the cats too.
And bring the cats, yeah. But you've gone from a Golf guy...
Yeah.
To a Volvo guy.
I got $800 for that Golf. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah, and a refund on my Rego. Had to drive out to beyond Preston, so that's in the outer northern suburbs. So it's not out, Reservoir. So,
yeah.
And
is that a new Volvo?
No, that's a second-hand Volvo. I bought that from another guy, but I had to drop my old...
Did you get around a man's house?
Yeah.
Knock on the door?
Yeah. And Kira's like, what if it's a scam? What if... I said, I've met his daughter and his wife. I don't think... They're doing a pretty good scam if this is a scam. You know what I mean? They've got some good actors on board.
But how would the scam work, though?
Well, you give him some money and then, you need to give a deposit or something.
Or it's a stolen car and they haven't got the papers correct.
But...
she's right.
You can look that up on the internet and find out that it's not stolen. But anyway, I got $800 for my Golf wagon.
Who gave you that?
The wrecker near Reservoir. And
$800 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it's done. 360,000 Ks.
Because I had an Audi that done 360,000. I got $500.
But you know what? I mean, mine was full. The clutch was going and all that kind of stuff. And when the guy gave me the money, he goes, I don't know why I'm buying this car.
Too late now, mate.
I love those guys that have got zero customer service. You know what I mean? Because then I tried to get my refund for the Rego and I rang him up and he gave me the plates back. He took them off. So I had to take the plates back on the bus and the train back to my house. I'm sitting there with number plates. Good. I went to a good cake shop on the way.
What did you have? What sort of cake?
Had a donut. There's a cake shop, a really old school cake shop in Reservoir, or Reservoir, I think they say, called Sargent's Cake Shops. Very good. Anyway, so
just while we're on that, I was at the donut shop yesterday, and Selena was with the grandchild playing. So I had a couple of minutes waiting for the coffee, and they had all the big donuts. They've got at one end they've got the jam donuts hot, then they've got all the different flavoured ones. They've got the different cake ones. And I was doing not Desert Island, I was Death Row donut.
Oh, which one would I have?
You predict mine.
Gee, I don't know. Chocolate?
No.
Jam?
Yes.
Chocolate? Jam.
And
Just a jam donut.
I've only ever had one, but there was a custard-filled one.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Do you like custard?
I don't mind it.
In a donut?
Yeah, I don't mind
think it's an exciting thing to have.
Jam.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
Anyway, this guy, I had to ring him back because he gave me the plates, and I said, I can't work out. I'm trying to. Can you give me like a receipt number for the money? He's like, I don't need to do that. I don't. Just get the money. You've got the plates, mate. You've got the plates. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, anyway, then I rang up Vic Roads. Because I'm thinking, I'm not going to get this refund. I can't. Because, in websites, you can only go so far if you don't have this. And the woman was so helpful. She goes, you've got to click on this. You've got to click on that. You've got to do this.
Oh, that's good.
Got my money back.
The other thing is that when buying and selling cars, I mean, you can walk in and you can go to the guy, how much is my car worth? I say to him, don't draw air through your teeth when you're telling me how much my car is worth.
Like that.
Oh, geez, it's done a few Ks. And, I don't want to know that. I just want to know the price. Just cut straight to the price. And you go through that. The car goes. I have a little moment. I say goodbye. I give it a little tap and say.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I say.
You got all your valuables out.
Yeah. And then you get a new one. Job done. As opposed to going around. I mean, I'm having a go at the way you did it because it's a thing. I don't want it to be a thing. I wouldn't want to sell it where someone comes and knocks on the door and.
I tell you what, though.
Did someone come to your door and buy your car? No, you took it to the records.
Took it to the records.
But you went and knocked on. I find that extraordinary.
I knocked on the guy's door. Did they recognise you? No.
Okay.
No, they're an Indian family. They're really nice. It's like, you sound like, my mother-in-law used to say, you go, when my mum was in hospital, she's like, Betty, my mother-in-law, was like, you go in that hospital and make yourself known. You're Dave O'Neill. So she gets better treatment in there.
Oh, yeah.
I said, Betty, all the nurses were like, either Chinese or Indian. They didn't know who I was.
You might be surprised.
You might be surprised, but I didn't think so. Anyway.
I had a man stop me. I won't say where he was from, but I didn't know how to say, I'm surprised that you knew who Uncle Arthur was, but he did.
Oh, well, he probably came in the 70s.
He was wearing a wig.
I was wearing a wig.
Oh, I felt bad that I...
Old school.
Yeah. But the wig, he was a good-looking man.
Yeah, you don't need a wig.
But he was in his 50s.
Oh, that's hard.
He didn't need to wear a wig. And it's hard. I feel sorry for them. Anyway, I don't know what that's got to do with anything.
Crossings. What about those great safety campaigns like Hector? We talked about the giraffe, which I've put a bit on Facebook. I found the safety giraffe.
Oh, because we had a topic on the show.
Yeah, giraffes.
Giraffes and...
Sleep,
that's right.
And so I found the safety giraffe. But we in Victoria had Hector the road safety cat, which was a great jingle.
Walk straight across
the road. Don't run. When if the road is full of traffic, walk right.
What do you remember?
Don't run.
What do you remember? That look left, look right, look right. Look
left. Look to your left. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look to your left again. Then if the road is full of traffic. That was in that era of the mid-70s to late 70s where they had great... Remember Slip, Slop, Slap? Sammy the Seagull?
Yeah.
Slip, slop, slap, slip on some sunscreen. He had a speech impediment, the poor seagull.
I reckon that was an era of a certain advertising agency that got all those gigs.
Life Be In It.
Yeah.
Norm.
Yeah, I don't remember who they were, but there was...
Mojo? Was it Mojo?
Yes, well done.
Mojo.
Yeah. But do they have the equivalent now of...
No, for road safety. We should do one. We should do one about kids on their phones.
Oh, yeah.
Stop looking at your phone, you drongo. No, I can't say drongo.
No.
Stop looking at your phone.
You fucking idiot.
Stop looking at your phone. Get your earphones out your head. You're going to be hit by a train. No. There was a great one. Dumb Ways to Die. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's dumb. It's all about train accidents. Dumb ways to die. So many
this
dumb
was not
ways.
In Australia.
This is a big hit in Australia. So many dumb ways to die. You haven't heard the Dumb Ways to Die song?
No.
Oh, it's a great song. Dumb ways to die.
God.
So many dumb ways to die. But anyway, we should do one about, wearing headphones and looking at phones.
Well, yeah. And
look up.
Somehow related, getting hit while you're talking on your phone, getting hit. How are they related? That's
and then our jingle career will be just taken off, and we'll stop doing this podcast because it would be full-time jingle. And like we'll get ones like dial before you dig, for example.
What's that?
Dial before you dig when they have signs up on the street saying look up or,
Oh, yeah. Geez, you're good with all those. I don't. Yeah.
dial before you dig.
Yeah. What other community ones can we do?
Oh, STDs, Bang on a condom, bang on a condom.
There was a period, I think, that we had a lot of that sort of stuff.
I remember the Grim Reaper.
But we had nothing like that anymore.
In the bowling alley.
I guess we had COVID. We had,
sneeze
into your arm and stuff.
Yeah. We could do COVID ones too.
Yeah. Those advertising agencies are just jumping to have a go crack at us. Now, do they have... I noticed that the one just here, it has a very big knob to press.
Oh, yeah.
Do you...
Do you like the ones that get the vibration through? The ones that they vibrate.
What was that for blind people?
I think it's for blind people.
So someone's standing at the crossing, right? I'm standing there. Do you come up and then push the button again?
Oh, I hate that.
So you get offended.
I hate it when someone pushes the button
while you're already standing there.
Yeah, I'm like, I already pushed it, mate.
Yeah. Do you think I'm an idiot? It's like when people push the elevator button again,
mate.
And you go,
it's lit up
3 times and going bang, 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 bang. That doesn't make it come quicker. It's on a sequence to settle down.
I know. It's annoying.
And then Bob Franklin does that really nice piece of stand-up about he hates it when he's standing at the crossing and then he's pressed the button, then the lights go green. And the guy comes up and doesn't even break stride. And he can walk straight across the crossing, and he doesn't get thanks.
He goes, I've done all the work.
I've done all the hard work. Nothing.
What about that? What about when they're really loud? That beep, boop, 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 boop. Jesus Christ.
But that's for blind people.
Yeah. What about the ones in Adelaide that give you a countdown? They're fantastic.
Is that on a clock or is that a
No, it's up on the traffic light. So you go to cross Hindley Street or wherever you are, and it'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to let you know how long you've got to go crossing the road.
I think we should have that on all lights for cars as well, because that's great. Because when I was touring with Martin Malloy, Stilson Martin, Rob, whatever that show was, we commented when we were in Adelaide how long it took for their time frame is huge.
Yeah,
and we commented on it, and then Mick. We did the show the next day. Mick turned up and goes, the lights take a long time to change over. We'll go, yeah. He goes, in that time, I managed to meet a girl and get her number.
You know why? Because as
Mick
Malloy, the streets are so wide. Paul Kelly says in his song Adelaide.
Oh, so you need more time to get across.
Because they actually built the Adelaide streets. They thought it was going to be like a metropolis like New York or something. So that's why they built the streets so wide there. They thought it was going to be this massive...
And it wasn't.
No.
But it just takes a long time to get across.
Yeah.
And because it goes green, then it goes to... No, then it starts... Does it go flashing red after that?
Yeah, flashing red and then solid red.
And then solid red.
Yeah.
So once you see that solid red...
Yeah.
And if
that's when you see someone crossing the crossing.
Yeah, it's a solid red, mate.
Hey, what are you doing? Or even when it's flashing red. No, you can't. You got to go on the green. If you go on the green, doesn't matter how long you take, that's fair enough.
So once you're on because sometimes I feel bad because I'm going across the green and it's started to flash. I go, was I walking too slowly?
I know. Am I old? What's happening?
Yeah, maybe I'm old. I don't know. So what else can we say?
They should have an old fucker allowance. You know what I mean? Green for the young people, and this is for an old guy in a walking frame flashing as well.
Yeah. It should be. The timing should be better.
I don't know. There's much more we can say about crossings.
No.
Let's have some thinking music. What do you reckon? Let's have Hector the road safety cat.
Let's have Hector.
Oh.
The road.
And if the road is... And then we can take off with our jingle writing career. You know. You know what? We'll probably be given a smaller kind of one to start, like boat safety or something. Something a bit obscure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Boat safety. One of my friends, Bradley Hume, who used to be a producer on radio.
I know Bradley.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He did an ad. He was an actor, and he did an ad for people falling in silos when there's, when people would drown in silos when there's grain in there.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And so I remember seeing the ad, this safety awareness campaign.
Not in the city. You would have seen it out in the country.
Yeah, and he said to the guy, "How often does this happen? Like, why are we doing an ad about this?" The guy goes, "Well, once every 2 years." So it's like, you're better off just ringing every farmer and saying, "Don't go in the grain silos."
I thought you were going to say once every couple of months.
No, it was like once a year, if that.
But Dave, it's saving one life.
That's true. It's true.
You're very harsh.
Anyhow, let's hear Hector, the road safety cat.
Stop at the curb. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right again. Then if the road is clear of traffic, walk straight across the road. Walk straight across the road. Stop at the curb. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right again. Then if the road is clear of traffic, walk straight across the road. Stop at the curb. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right again.
Then if the road is clear of traffic, walk straight across the road.
Don't run, walk straight across the road.
No, he sounded like you.
He does sound like me. I have to admit, that sounds like me singing. Wow,
Why
again.
didn't you get that gig?
Well, I was probably.
Why didn't they bring back Hector?
I was probably 10. That's why.
Why don't they bring back Hector?
That was like 75, I reckon.
You have to admit that if they brought back, who was that guy? Who was the
Fat Cat.
Norm.
Norm. I
Light
could be
Pianist.
Norm.
You could be Norm. Light Pianist. You could be Hector.
You could be Sammy the Seagull. Now, Anthony Albanese could be Sammy the Seagull. Chip. Chop. Chat. All right, what's your answer? I think I know this. I've heard this.
I
don't
reckon.
know.
I
Do you
know
know
what
it?
it is.
Do you know it? Do you know what it is? You know
No,
what it is?
I reckon she's done what like Mick's done. I reckon in the
she
time
met a partner.
she wrote a song while crossing a crossing. It's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Really, but in the time she wrote it in there like what is it? 20 seconds?
Yeah.
1 and 2.
I've got a vague memory that she sampled a crossing. I think it's in Bad Guy when it goes, "Doo-doo, she's a bad guy."
So is it the tick tick tick?
Yeah.
I've never heard that in a song.
Well,
Really?
Listen to us. We're like Michael Winslow. What is the answer, Sam?
Billie Eilish used the sound of a Sydney pedestrian crossing in her song Bad Guy. What you can hear in the chorus is the rapid beat when the pedestrian crossing light is green.
Okay, so here's my voice memos. February 5th, and this is what I recorded. And then I was not prepared for this part.
Wow. Well, you should know that.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
I should know.
Because you're on
Spix and Specs 67 times. It's coming back next year.
67 now.
Hey, I'm just waiting for the phone call, Glenn. Just hang on a sec.
67. Is it coming back next year?
It's coming back next year.
With all the originals?
Yeah. Just waiting for the phone call. Just hang on a minute.
Can you please get down there now and make sure they don't have the COVID set?
I know. You've got to have
You've got to be touching shoulders.
You've got to have the old. I agree with you.
If they bring back that wide set,
Mate,
no,
do something.
Do something because
Do something.
Intimacy, and they could lean in, they could whisper.
I'm going to text the producer.
Because
Anthony.
seriously, it is, and I see shows like, I reckon, didn't destroy Graham Norton, but it certainly affected that show.
Yeah, when they were in COVID.
And what is it? Would I Lie to You? A lot of these shows that would, and I understand why and all that sort of stuff, but then again,
No, you got to be close.
let's hope that they do. So they're getting back Hilsey,
Yeah, Hilsey, Ellen, and Miff. Yeah.
and you would have to get back D. O'Neill and Hamish Blake, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd hope so, but we don't know. Who knows, mate? Who knows?
I can hear a meeting going on.
Yeah.
We don't want old school.
Oh, that happened last time, but then ended up being on it a lot. So
Because they realised that you can't do better than the guys who created it.
that's what happens. That's what happens. And Fisk is coming back too. So
Yes.
I'm sure we're seeing your ass this time again. I don't know.
I'm sorry, you bring everything down to my... we didn't see my ass in the last one, did they?
No.
It is a bit scary. I do have to think. No, I did something sexual, didn't I?
I don't know. You were someone's boyfriend, weren't you? Roz's
No, I was
boyfriend.
massaging. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, exciting times.
Is that all we have to do today?
Okay, let's have some cross the road jokes. You ready? Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get...
To the other side.
Yeah.
Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Because chickens weren't invented yet. Why did the colonel cross the road?
To get some...
To get the chicken. To get the chicken. What?
To get... Have I messed up your joke?
No, no.
Yeah. To get the chicken? Yeah.
Why did the skinhead cross the road?
To get a haircut?
To kick the fuck out of the chicken.
Oh,
Rude. Sorry, kids.
oh, you don't.
Rude.
Poor old chicken going about his business,
I
and
love
some
that joke.
skinhead kicks the shit out of
I
him.
heard that when I was about 14. I thought
It does sound like
one.
one. Yeah, it does sound like your period. Was that you hear that one in Scouts?
Yes, absolutely. Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah. And the other joke that I remember hearing, which was, do you remember the Jonestown massacre? Remember the?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a really bad massacre in South America where they killed 3. And the joke that I read in a joke book, why did 300 Hare Krishnas kill themselves? They wanted to keep up with the Joneses.
Can we finish on that?
Yeah, we can finish on that.
All right then.